and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm just gonna kind of do like a sit down and chat with me video about my 10 healthy habits. I have my journal here with my 10 habits written all out. Before I start the video, I just want to say that, you know, if something on here doesn't resonate with you, or, you know, it's just not going to be realistic for you, you know, don't do it. I'm not trying to force anyone to do any of my habits. This is just kind of like what works for me, and if you find inspiration or you think it could help you, like, go ahead and try it. But I know that everyone's like routines and schedules are so different, so it's kind of, there's this one video, I forget what one it is, probably all of them I think have this step. It's like healthy tip number 1, drink lemon water at 5 a.m. something like ridiculous. Like, that has never worked for me. I never crave lemon water in the morning. It doesn't work for me, so I don't drink lemon water in the morning. I drink coffee. But if it works for you, like, great. I just wanted to kind of like, little Jasper's back here. This is my roomie's cat. He's kind of obsessed with me, but he might be joining in the video. So that's kind of just what I wanted to say before I got into my healthy habits video. Oh, he's trying to eat this. I have like frozen mango here. I just get these mango chunks from Whole Foods. It was actually, I actually bought these to make like the Tropical Bub smoothie by Kenzie Burke, thing like that, and not following any of the food combining tips and eating them at like 3 in the afternoon, so it happened. Oh, he wants to join the video. That was so cute. Okay, so healthy tip number 1 is just preparing the night before. So this is gonna kind of look different for everyone. For me, I work full-time now, so I'm not in college anymore, so that means like laying out my clothes the night before, and just like making my lunch in the morning. But if you're still in college, like, I literally just graduated in May, so like that would kind of make for me, that kind of looked like, you know, printing out everything I needed to before class, not like scrambling like, you know, 10 minutes before class, you know, having everything prepared and ready, like having my clothes laid out, having snacks packed for my backpack, stuff like that. So just kind of take it and like adapt it to your own life, but just taking an extra 5 to 10 minutes every night just to like lay out your stuff and be prepared for the next morning will make your life so much simpler. Okay, tip number 2 is to basically just wake up early. I'm like the queen of having 25 alarms, and I think that just pushing myself to like wake up at the first one and just get up. As soon as it goes off, stand up. Literally just get up, make your bed. Just, yeah, like the 15 minutes extra of sleep is gonna be nice, but you're still gonna feel just as tired waking up with 15 more minutes of sleep than you would if you woke up at your first alarm. So just get up and give yourself the extra time. It'll make your life so much simpler. And it'll make your morning go so much smoother. You know, your morning is like, how you start your morning is literally the momentum that you're kicking off your day with. So if you're frazzled and you're running around, you're not giving yourself enough time to get ready, that's just going to carry and transfer to other parts of your day. And you don't want your first responsibility, like your first class of the day, your first, you know, eating, or your first, you know, logging into your sitting down, logging into your computer and just being like all frazzled and rushed. Like, you don't want that for yourself. You want to give yourself enough time. And I think personally that just waking up early gives me that time to set my day up for success. And then the third tip I have here is basically just like working out in the morning. Again, this like works for me. I feel my best so for me, it works best by waking up early in the morning because I always am like very tired after work and exhausted. So I like to wake up early in the morning and do my workouts. But if that doesn't work for you, just giving some sort of physical activity throughout the day will make all the difference. I know even on my days that I don't end up waking up in time to, you know, work out, I don't know, Jasper, that I'll make sure I still do some sort of physical activity, even if it's not my hardest workout, you know, after work at like 6:30. I still make sure I hold myself accountable and like just get to the gym and do something. You'll feel so much better if you just do a little something rather than just completely like going the whole day without doing any physical activity. And then my fourth tip is basically just setting aside some time in the morning. This kind of goes back to waking up early to give yourself time to either meditate, journal, or listen to something positive. I used to My camera is dying. That's awesome. I used to, like, basically the first thing I do when I'd wake up is read the news. I have notifications on my phone, and sometimes I would be reading literally before I even got out of bed. I would be reading the most depressing things. And so I just kind of realized for me to, like, put myself in a good headspace before I have to, you know, be accountable for my obligations and responsibilities throughout the day is to just be positive. Definitely stay informed, and, like, I'm not saying, like, don't ever, like, watch the news. I think it's so important, but definitely just, like, make sure that the first thing that you're looking at in the morning is just something positive, whether it's, like, a positive quote on Instagram or, like, a positive podcast or, like, just journaling, like, in your gratitude list. You know, if you have time in the morning, I would highly suggest it, or making time for it, because it really just provides mental clarity throughout the day and just, like, a positive lens to look throughout the day when you're after you get ready and after you leave the house. You know, you kind of, like, already on that momentum of positivity, and it's going to make you look at other things throughout the day in, like, a positive light. So let's see, we have my 5th tip here is stop taking naps. Literally, I am the nap queen. I would take a nap, probably even in high school I would do this. After I would get home from class, I'd take a nap if I didn't have, like, cross country or track or, like, some obligation or something. I'd always just want to, like, watch a show. I'd watch Gossip Girl, and I'd literally fall asleep. So I think that what I started to do is, like, to break a bad habit, you kind of have to replace it with another habit. So anytime I find myself after work getting tired, I'll, like, get up. I won't lay down. I'll get up and I'll go take a shower, and I just feel, like, refreshed, and it kind of gives me, like, you know, just, like, re-energizes me to, like, do something else. So definitely don't take naps. You'll waste your night. You'll throw off your sleep schedule. You just don't want to get in a habit of taking naps. I know sometimes you need them, and, like, but if you're, like, one of those people who can, like, power nap in, like, 15 to 20 minutes and take naps how normal people should, like, power to you. Like, keep taking your naps. But my naps are more like, I would go through a full sleep cycle with my naps. So my naps are, like, 4 hours long. So for me, I can't do them anymore, and stopping napping has just, like, really changed my life, because it's provided me just more time throughout the day and time to be more productive. Okay, so tip number 6 is basically just use your calendar. I had used a physical planner for so long, and it just was just not realistic with my work schedule anymore and my school schedule. So I switched to Google Calendar, and I use that. And I also now make lists, and I always put, like, post notifications on my phone so that I can get updated and, like, reminders throughout the day. It just, like, really prevents you from missing anything, or just, like, keeping you on track, like, throughout your week. I know that when I wasn't using Google Calendars, I was, like, missing, like, meetings, or I double book something, and, like, you just don't want to get hectic, and it's just going to provide stress that you don't need. Okay, so tip number 7 is I created an SOS list. I actually heard another YouTuber talk about this, and it really, like, resonated and worked for me. But what I did, instead of, like, actually writing it out, I'd make little post-it notes and I'd post them on my wall. So anytime I kind of felt like I was in a funk or I was, like, unmotivated, I'd have a sticky note to grab, and it would give me something positive to think about, positive to do, or an activity, or just something to kind of, like, shift my mindset. So for example, if I was kind of, like, not feeling my best or something, I was just kind of annoyed, just wanted to take a nap, like, I would go to my sticky wall, I'd just grab one and say, like, watch an episode of Ellen and, like, make a smoothie or something like that. Just, like, something to kind of, like, break up the day. And, you know, when you're getting in that funk and you're feeling like not doing something, to, like, just do something that you'd actually know you'd look forward to doing. And tip number 8 is just giving yourself something to look forward to. So this kind of goes off of the SOS list. And for me, you know, it looks different, like, at different times of the day, but for me, I always look forward to, like, getting a coffee in the morning or making tea at night. He's with us today. So my camera died, but I just wanted to wrap up this video and finish the last few facts or healthy habits that I have here. And I think we're off at giving yourself something to look forward to. Yeah, essentially it's just, like, really good to have something that you can kind of get excited about throughout the day, especially when if you have, like, a lot of responsibilities, day fast. And tip number 9 is basically holding yourself accountable, and just don't flake on yourself. If you're going to tell yourself you're going to do something, just do it. There's no good way to, I guess, like force yourself to do this, but if you're gonna say you're gonna work out, if you're gonna say that you're gonna do laundry tonight, do your laundry tonight. It's kind of a habit that I started doing, and it's just like, I don't know if it's just the internal dialogue in my head, but it's really just kind of helped me do what I need to do and get things done and not procrastinate. You know, I'm sure there's tons of tips on like how to not procrastinate, and maybe this is kind of like that, but just holding yourself accountable and making sure that you're on what you said that you would do. Number 10 is outlining your goals, and this is something that I had never done too consistently before, but which I've started doing. So in my journal, every single day, I like to write out 3 goals. You know, you should always like write down basically your day, a goal for the day, a goal for the week, and then a goal for like the overall month, or like a longer term goal. And I think that just like writing it down, you can have, you know, this idea in your mind, but then like just seeing it on paper and just, you know, holding yourself accountable, like what kind of like reminds yourself, you know, what steps am I doing today to get closer to this goal, or just, you know, not making it kind of like, it shrinks like how big the goal may feel at this point. And I think that's something that's really helped for me. Okay, so my camera died again, but the last goal was really just writing down your goals. It just keeps you accountable, and it keeps you thinking and looking at your goals consistently, and the more you look at it and the more you like remind yourself throughout the day, it just kind of helps you to not lose, you know, lose track of a goal, even if it's, you know, not going to happen for I just like punched the tree even if it's not going to happen for months or weeks, months, or even years. You know, just writing it down and being able to see it really helps you stay consistent and not give up on those goals. And I think that's something, kind of just helps me conceptualize my goals, even if they're so far out in advance and I'm not even close to being at that goal yet, that hey, like I'm doing this like X, Y, and Z today to get closer to where I want to be. And it really just helps you, you know, stay focused and, you know, make a huge goal feasible, which I think has seriously helped me so much, and it's helped me get closer to my goals and not, you know, have them feel so daunting. So I think I'm just gonna wrap up this video here. That was my 10 healthy habits, yeah. Leave a comment down below and tell me what you guys do for healthy habits, what has changed your life, what has helped you be more productive and efficient in the way that you do things throughout the day. I would love to hear it. And then if you guys want to see next time, leave video requests down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.